sounds nice. This is Phil. He's helping us. Well, he's actually doing it. Tuning the piano. Doing an awesome job.
Thank you. I'm not sure of that.
Too
But as long as I get you to think I am, I guess that's important.
Alright, dude. What you up to?
I'm making an epoxy drying machine for a fly fishing guy out in Washington State.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Did you do this all by hand?
yeah. This is all done by hand.
Oh, wow. How'd you do the joints?
These are actually, guess what they're called? Rabbit joints.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Appropriate.
yeah. I used a router to do those.
You have one at home?
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I got a lot of tools.
So this is an epoxy drying?
Yeah, they use a very slow drying epoxy for tying flies, and it takes over 24 hours to cure
Oh, I see.
and set up, so it needs to be kept in motion during that time, otherwise it'll drip.
Oh, sure, that makes sense.
Yeah. And if it drips, well, then it's not going to fly through
So
the
this
air
is-
right. And
Right. So this is going to have a motor.
it has a motor.
Oh,
Yeah.
where?
I originally, for the guy, he actually wanted a different project, and then came back from the Philippines and changed his mind.
Oh, okay.
So
How'd you come up with this idea?
this was actually something that he needed. He mentioned it to me.
Oh.
He also needs another piece of equipment made, a dubbing machine.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to send me a sewing machine from some thrift store.
That's cool.
And what that does is it just spins wire together with feathers in there
Okay.
and basically makes like a dubbing brush, so it gives body quickly to whatever you're making.
Very neat. Well, will we be able to see it in action today, you think? Or
Absolutely.
Rock
100%
on.
guarantee.
Guarantee.
It will function. I don't know if it'll be perfect. This is actually
that's
the
okay.
third time I built this prototype.
Oh,
So you can imagine kind of frustrated a little bit with it a bit.
Sure.
Just a bit, you know.
sure.
You always have to lose your mind before you finish your project.
You know what? I completely understand. I completely get that. Awesome.
Yeah.
Keep up the good work, man. Let us know when it's ready to test.
Yeah, oh, I will.
All right.
I'll be jumping up and down.
All right.
What is this? This is an epoxy drying machine. I'm making it for a fly tyer. He's the #1 supplier of hand-tied flies on eBay. And basically they use a very slow setting epoxy that takes about 24 hours. So it doesn't harden as they're tying flies. So with this, it keeps them constantly in motion so the epoxy doesn't drip. It throws off the weight of the fly and, of course, makes a mess. And you don't turn out a very good product that way. So this thing keeps them constantly in motion over a 24-hour period while the epoxy sets.
Nice.
Ironically, I also glued it together with epoxy, but mine only takes 5 minutes.
Very cool.
Yeah, so it runs, I think it's running about 7 RPM right now.
Okay.
I haven't clocked it yet. But the biggest challenge in this build was a belt to drive it. So I ended up using a rubber O-ring.
You know, why can't you just like add a piece to the outside
Well,
so that way it wouldn't slip?
that's what I was doing before, but I graduated all the way up to 1-inch dowels, and I don't have any 1.5 or 1 1/4, so.
Do they need to be circular though, to begin with? I mean, you could just use like square pieces and just,
Oh yeah, I suppose I could.
or like, you
I
know.
just want it to look really nice. Too.
Yeah, I understand that.
Even though it's a prototype and it's not ever going to be the product we're going to
Really?
produce. Yeah. But we hope to sell about 30 or 40 of these.
Oh, sure, okay.
In the future, I might simplify it more by getting, just doing a direct drive system where it runs right on the motor shaft. Might be easier, a lot easier that way than trying to drive two. Because my biggest problem was when I was trying to drive with rubber bands, there's too much stretch. So they'd reach a certain point and they get a little bit of resistance in the grommet, either from a warp dowel or maybe the grommet just isn't set in quite right. And so it would stop and it would go chunk, you know, and it would jump as a result of the stretch in the rubber bands. So.
And where'd you get the motor from?
Singapore.
Oh, okay, alright.
Ordered it off Amazon. It was a Prime item, so it ships to me free. So
Sure.
I just had to wait 6 weeks for it.
Yeah. We were just talking about shipping from the Asians. Yeah.
I don't know how they get it there, but
Cool, nicely done.
yeah, it still needs a little stain, you know. The guy likes stuff stained, so.
Sure.
But my next project for him is a dubbing machine, which I'll actually use a sewing machine motor for.
Yep.
Because of the high torque on them.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to desolder the stupid board.
What are you trying to do with it? I mean, you're desoldering it, but why?
This is a good part, and I've got one that needs to be replaced.
Even if you were
Oh.
to use a computer with
Do you want helping hands or anything like that?
rigid,
Well, it needs to actually unsolder all at once.
because I've got the
But it's got plastic on it, so I can't put it in the reflow.
fibers isolated from one another. You can't get any
Yeah, it'd pretty much melt.
the kind of traffic you can
So-
get is out to the internet.
No,
I can
I was saying sound.
knock off the leads and then
Play noise on
pull them
this
out one at a time,
Windows computer.
which is a pain in the neck. I can try to do it this way,
Well,
but I think I'm gonna have to do it the hard way.
But they were playing sound
Okay.
higher than human hearing, and they actually made a network
Good luck.
connection from a completely isolated computer to the outside world.
oh my gosh. Did it rip the traces off though?
Remember, it was just
Oh no, what are you gonna do?
they found it
I'm
in
just
the
gonna pull them out one at a time.
People were like, fuck. So now we gotta not only get rid of all of our networks.
See, now that doesn't have all the extra traces on there to dissipate the heat, just
Oh,
one at a time.
You know, it wasn't fast or anything, but it was enough to get data in.
alright, dude.
Heck, they've even done networks
You know, a clean lead.
like light bulb, do a little flicker at it.
Yeah,
You
it
just
was
push 'em
really
out.
fast.
Yeah.
But that one usually goes one way, where this was.
Watch your fingers, dude.
So they can pull data through as well as.
Yeah, so you
Okay, now I need a couple of hands.
the other one would talk.
Take your time, dude.
Now you can see what I'm working on, Addy.
And you could
Okay.
be on board.
So, Raspberry Pi, chunk of wood,
You wouldn't necessarily need a sound card
designer tool.
speakers.
Most computers
This should
have sound cards now.
Nice.
fit inside there.
Yeah.
Gold PPP ones on.
That's the goal.
No, it had to have
Into
sound
that
cards.
piece of wood.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna run the
The Cartwright.
carburetor tonight?
At least this one
I-
did, 'cause it was bi-
I mean, there's time, obviously.
So
I could
the
try it.
external attacker
Yeah.
was controlling the
Cool.
I'm getting close. Just gotta cut a hole for the Ethernet cable.
Alright. Good luck, dude.
Thanks.
Okay, Flint. What we got?
Son of a, I transferred that LCD. Now it's working, at least
Awesome.
partially. Now I gotta program it to say something.
Okay.
Inappropriate.
Yeah, because I was trying to make this wide enough for those two things, and this is just supposed to be
You guys giggle like little girls.
Usually in videos.
So it needs to be a little
Fun.
wider, I found, because
Make it say
a lot of
boobs.
times the adapters are wider than just that.
You guys are horrible.
It's just a little plug.
I gotta download the
Horrible.
software first.
Okay.
And then for some
Oh, it's a
reason
camera.
the width didn't. Yep.
About right.
The width didn't, got shrunk or scaled or whatever.
About a 1/4 inch.
And you know, ideally I wanted this to fit inside the case too, so it's close but no cigar.
Another fail.
Getting there.
Ooh, watch out. You can take the wood part back. Okay, so this is the new pie, newer
Yeah.
pie.
I put the channel 1 sensor on the I bought myself a cheaper pie. Put the channel 1 sensor on that.
So are they going to use? Is this highly entertaining?
Go
Are you
ahead.
going to use the? Are they going to use it? Don't know yet.
They had to weigh how much it was going to cost to get an electrician in there and that kind of stuff, so they weren't 100%
What do you mean?
sure.
Why do you need an electrician?
I thought it was free. I thought you gave that to him for free.
I was giving it to him for free, but one thing is the guy's like, "Oh, you're not gonna text me every time it goes wrong, are you?" And I'm like,
That's the idea.
Like, do you want to lose all your food?
and I said, "Well, we already talked about I'm not gonna do it during the middle of the day, you know, because we know during the middle of the day it
There are
gets
other
super
people
hot
there.
in there. People
Oh.
are opening the doors to stock it and all that.
Yeah.
But on weekends during the middle of the day, we will.
Does the camera go in this one or go in that one?
It's already in. It's in that little."
I thought it went.
All right, Ryan's got another project here.
Yeah, I knock out several a week.
Nice.
On good weeks.
All
not
right,
all
so
good weeks.
we have 4 panels here.
Yep. Oh,
And what's your goal?
I'm making a new light, actually. I'll be right back.
All right, check it out, guys. Wallotron. There's my vacuum. There's Flint. We have to come up with a nickname for you, Flint.
Flint's good enough.
Oh.
What do you say?
Stone. Can we call you Moss?
Moss.
Mossy Stone?
Alright, so this will be the basis for the fixture of the light. This is the wiring.
Well, now I have two.
So I
two
just used a router to
Wow.
run basically like a bus wire system to make it super easy to connect.
Sure.
lines.
Then I soldered to it and I filled in with silicone just to
Looking at here.
basically insulate it
Now
from
put the,
itself.
Okay.
I originally bought these candle style LED bulbs.
Yep.
Try touching your wire to
Unfortunately,
that other terminal on the,
my fixtures only hold
ground wire
like
to your.
4 or 5 of
third
them,
leg
and
of
it's
your-
just not nearly bright enough to illuminate a
Power?
room. So
I think I see
I
something
went up to
for me.
8 on this one, and boy is it bright now.
Good. And can those frames fit around it then?
Yeah, this will be, because this is only like maybe 6 or 7 inches across, and or square, and then these
What you doing here?
will fit like that.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, you're doing it
Around.
like that. Okay.
Yeah, and then it'll be a butt joint,
Okay.
so it'll meet up. Yeah, butt. With 2
Okay.
T's.
All right.
Yeah, and
Cool.
so it'll hook up like that, and then I'm actually going to have a trapdoor bottom
Okay.
so that
Filming here, man.
so that you can change out bulbs if you need to.
Okay. Okay. So we got rice paper here.
Yep.
I got it from OAS, I think it was. OAS Supply or something like Oriental Art Supply, maybe something like that.
They stole my soldering iron. What do I do?
So you bring back?
All right,
And it'll be perfect.
let's take a look. I thought we'd be using like contact cement or something like that.
Oh no. No, no. It'll hold pretty well.
Okay.
You know, the seal, there's song, have you heard it live? It sounds like as good as the word version. It's all Pompeii. Look at them. Yeah, okay.
I should go to the side of the bed. Yep, like that. I think we found a winner.
We'll do a little more. Looks good to me.
And sandpaper to finish it up.
Oh, that's emery cloth. We think I have a smoother.
Stuff mine, do you?
Aha. Nice.
Oh, he's got it. He's in there.
Perfect.
Loving it.
That's great.
That fits it perfect. There's just the right size bit. Let's do the other side too. Oh wait, we're not quite
That'll
that
take some
far in
work.
the process.
So take a look down here. This is the ingenious bit.
Mm-hmm.
The whisker bit, in other words.
Oh, nice.
Well, and it's good that we're spinning at high speed too, because this thing does have a break-in factor.
It'll run a lot smoother once it's worn into those, shall we call them bearings?
We'll call them grommets.
This oak is kind of a pain.
Yeah.
Okay. Probably enough. Prototyping is fun.
Matt and Flint still upstairs?
I think so.
Oh, okay. Vi still upstairs too.
Yes.
Causing trouble.
Yeah, they're accelerating.
Quick belt check. Thank God I have that phonographic memory. We're gonna start out just cutting into it.
A little bit easier to get it straight that way.
Yeah. That way we won't have walk.
It's like a pilot groove.
Mm-hmm. You okay?
Running out of battery.
This is the kind of thinking that kept us out of the really good schools.
Drill's running out of battery. That's why it's going slower. And
How many volts
slower.
is it?
This one's a 12 volt to wall.
We can hook it right to that.
We can plug it right in the wall. It'll be fine. Where's some of the beer?
We'll have to go the handy method.
That's all we got. I'll check the other battery.
Didn't last very long.
This battery has never been
But that might be good enough.
tested. Seems like this one's done. Toasted.
Well, let's try it quick. No, it doesn't work.
What do you mean?
Oh, I'm just teasing.
It's working, right?
It's working great.
Okay.
And now these won't track off.
Yep.
It did lose a little bit of slack, but it seems to be able to pull okay.
Yeah.
How much weight does it need?
It's going to hold fishing hooks with some feathers and glue on them.
That's heavier than a fishing hook.
That's heavier than 12 flies, so I'd call that good. And I don't want to change anything on the motor either, because I've
It works.
already made that thing about as small as it can be.
Very nice.
All right.
Good job. High five, guys.
High five, guys!